You are looking live at Bridgewater Sports Arena in Bridgewater, New Jersey, where the New Jersey Rockets U19 AA girls will take on the Lehigh Valley Phantoms. Hi everybody, my name is Joe Rizzo. I'll bring you the action from what's already a loud arena as the teams get ready to take the ice and do their 5-minute pregame warm-up ahead of their 17-minute period. And we are glad to bring it to you today. Rockets are going to have a little bit of a short bench. They'll have 9 skaters, and Ariella Smarkland will make her regular season debut behind, or rather in front of the pipes for the Rockets girls. So the Rockets coming in, they've played a few games thus far, but now we're starting to get into the main part of the season. And even though it's still early, it's September, these games start to count and they start to add up, and it happens rather quickly. So as we wait for the teams to take the ice, we will tell you that Diamond Diehards is a podcast that is about baseball and about life. Myself and the dog Jeff Healy will talk about those exact things. Sometimes it's about baseball, sometimes it's about life, most of the time it's about both. You can find us at diamonddiehards.com. And every place you find podcasts, you can find Diamond Diehards. So if you're on YouTube, which you are, if you're watching this, go over at some point and go to Diamond Diehards and click that subscribe button and the alerts button, and you'll know every time we put out a new episode. The recent ones are pretty good. Some of the archive is pretty good. And over the last year and a half, we've built a pretty good following, and we're grateful for that. So check us out when you can. DiamondDiehards.com. So we have refs and we have nets, and I think we have girls somewhere. They just haven't gotten the go-ahead to go on the ice. We work some of the logistics out about being able to bring you the best shots of the game. Expecting the Rockets to be on the ice here any moment from this perch. Till then, you can see the coaches. Coach Jeremy is just all the way to the left of the bench to your right. And he's moving across now, standing in the high part. Coach Vinny in front of him, and Coach Walt being obscured by one of the referees, but they're having a good chat over there. Coach Paul matriculating his way over to the bench. Here's the whistle, and here come the Rockets girls. The U19 AA Rockets girls are wearing their white jerseys today, but hopefully very, very soon they will not be wearing white jerseys, not because we don't like the white jerseys, but because the color schemes this year are generally going to be gray jerseys for home, black jerseys for the road, and this white jersey stuff will be something that goes by the wayside. But right now, if you've seen them, these are, if you got to follow them over the summer, these were for the most part, the girls are wearing the jerseys that the RSG Selects Crayons wore when they were wearing white at a tournament in Virginia, and they instruct their warm-up in those pretty much plain white jerseys. There's, let's see, there's one holdover with the traditional white jersey that looks like Rizzo. Usually Georgie has hers, but I don't see her out there in that jersey. Looks like she's wearing a Crayons jersey today, so Rizzo a holdover for long enough. There's a few that have held over long enough to have actually had white jerseys. Luisa's one, Georgie, Francesca, Amanda, and Kirsten. But I think there's something sporty about these other white jerseys as well. So we'll let you watch the warm-ups. There's 3.5 minutes left of that. As you catch the live stream, if you're watching from Montvale, Mendham, Malmo, or Mumbai, we are glad to have you here checking out Rockets hockey. It's going to be a little bit of a short bench today for the Rockets. As you can see, they just did a nice cut of the ice, and some of the puddles are still there, or at least partially. You can see some of the players as they move through. The puck is just stopping, and that's something that right there, as you can see, it happened to Riz, and she'll take a long wrist shot off the right post. That will freeze over in a jiff, hopefully, and we won't have any issues. But a lot of that happening right now, as you can see in the warm-ups here. We'll have to wait for... The refs did wait for a while before they let the girls on the ice. I wonder if they had seen that. And we'll give you a look at the Lehigh Valley Phantoms over here as they get set to warm up. They're in, if it's not clear, they're in mostly black jerseys with white lettering and orange trim. You'll see a lot of the teams that come from the greater Philadelphia area wearing colors close to or similar to the Philadelphia Flyers colors. And the person whose right shoulder you see, Mr. Comercar, is a big Flyers fan for a long time. So he's rooting against his usual colors at the moment. Rockets still warming up, trying to figure out their drills on the funky, slow ice. Looks like we have a different number scheme than I'm used to, so a couple of the numbers might be a little different. So Georgie not wearing her customary 77. It looks like she's got the 8 on today. Looks like Izzy's sporting the 24. Peyton 21, Riz 13. 20 is Molly. She's making her debut. That's Molly Rose Smith. She's, I think, going to be the lone left-handed stick out there for the Rockets. There's Francesca, number 9, Tootie. Wondering if Uncle Frank is watching today. If Uncle Frank is watching, hello Uncle Frank, always good to have you on here. And here comes the puck bag to signify that there are just mere seconds left in the warm-up. Ariellis is going to wear number 2. I think her regular season jersey number is going to be something more like 80, but we'll figure that out when we come to it. So I started to say before, some of the girls, including Louisa, started to receive their, as they would call them in England, kits this week. So I don't know if all of them did yet, and that's probably why we're still seeing the makeshift white jerseys out there. But hopefully as soon as next week, you'll see the Rockets with their regular uniforms on, and that'll be nice to see. Right behind the glass, you could see some girls cheering on their organizational teammates, and those are the 16U team in support of their Rockets brethren. 17 minutes on the clock for each period here at this level. We'll reiterate some rules that we'll probably have to go over at times, key times during the game, and that's there is no longer tag up icing, tag up offsides. So if you put the puck in over the blue line and one of your players has not exited the zone, they're going to immediately blow that down. And a lot of times the faceoff is going to go all the way down to the offending team's defensive end for the faceoff, because it's considered like an intentional offside, and sometimes it'll be sent out to the center. But we'll go over that as it happens, because it's sure to happen as most of these girls haven't played that rule for possibly as many as 3, maybe 4 seasons of hockey. The other one is icing is in effect at all times. So even if you're killing a 3-on-5, if you send it down, there is going to be an icing call. The referee getting ready, he hasn't checked with anybody but his referee on the opposite side. Usually they would check with the goaltender, but there's Ari Ellis in the net. Catches left conventionally, and the Phantoms goalie also. Ready for the face-off. This is Peyton. Liftoff from Bridgewater Sports Arena. Puck goes in to the Rockets' end. Larissa will get it. She'll come around toward Francesca. One defenseman on the bench for the Rockets, so they'll be changing those one at a time, it looks like, at least for the beginning. And it looks like they have enough for 2 forward lines. Georgie is the left wing at the moment. Peyton took the face-off at center, and Izzy's on the right wing. The defense pair, you heard Larissa and Tootie for the moment. Centered out in front, Larissa's there to steer it away, but it's battled back for by the Phantoms. They try to center it. Tootie's there. Goes up the left wing to Georgie, who bunts it out up the left side and along the boards for Izzy. Izzy will battle for it below the end line, and it will come up to the half boards as the Phantoms get it out of the zone. Axelson is the one who gets it there. There are names on the jerseys, so when I use last names, you'll probably hear me talk about Phantoms where I could see it. Up the right wing and dumped in, that is Amanda, and it looks like she is playing defense today. Rizzo comes in to the front, wrist shot, blocked away, rebound in front, couldn't get to it. That was Molly right there with a quick chance along with Riz. Kirsty is centering that line. So Amanda plays the point and plays D. Kirsty moves up from her usual perch on defense and will play center today, at least for the moment. That's subject to change. Sent in, Larissa gets it. She's looking for up the right wing Kirsten, who sends it out. And as the Phantoms put it back in, they put it in offside, and the first whistle and stoppage of play comes with 15:27 left in the first period, and no score between the Rockets in white and the Lehigh Valley Phantoms in the dark uniforms. Phantoms will win it near side. They'll send it in, and chasing is Tootie. Tootie hard around for Izzy. Izzy looking to chip it up. Izzy wearing a C, but that's because she's wearing Bella's jersey. Bella Cucci is the 16U captain, and a wonderful girl and a great leader has lent her jersey out. This one loose in front. Ari Ellis will dive out to make her first save of the game. Whistle and a stoppage of play, a face-off to Ari Ellis's right with 14:58 left in the first period, still no score. Rockets and the Phantoms from Bridgewater Sports Arena in Bridgewater, New Jersey. Kirsty on the faceoff, she'll win it, but nobody's there to pick it up, and the Phantoms shovel a shot on the outside. Rizzo banks it up the boards. Kirsty is the first one to give chase. Molly's there as well. Kirsty with a possible steal. She gets the steal and sends it behind the end line. Phantoms will be there to pick it up. They get it past Riz, and the Phantoms will try to move it up the boards. Reversing it around and back behind the net goes Lehigh Valley. Molly will pursue, can't get the stick on it. They send it up, through, and out off the stick. That puck hits dead ice, and Kirsten is able to pick it up and send it back in. Louise is the first forward in pursuit. Let's see if she can pick it off. She disrupts the play but can't make the steal. Molly's second forward Ed is able to force the puck to the point where Tootie's able to keep it in. She will exchange positions with Kirsten, who will move up to the point. It comes off a bounce on the boards. It's a strange bounce. Tootie will retreat, and she'll come to the bench for a change responsibly, although there could have been maybe some offense to be had right there. It's more important when you have a very short bench to not get caught out there, even in an offensive posture, or perhaps especially in an offensive posture, a little too tired, especially in the beginning of period. Centered across, wrist shot, score! That's going to be an errant clearing pass that didn't quite get through. The wrist shot comes to, looks like number 20 on Lehigh Valley. She takes a wrist shot and whistles it high into the right corner of the net, and Lehigh Valley's taking the lead with 13:42 left in the first period. Larissa and Tootie on D. This is Peyton taking the face-off. and she's got Georgie on the left and Izzy on the right. Up the right boards, Izzy gets it out, and the Phantoms put it back in. And there's that whole issue of no more delayed offsides. It's automatic offside right there. So as soon as the Phantoms send it in and that puck crosses, it's blown dead. We even have a shot clock working today. 2-1 for the guests on the shots, 1-0 for the guests on the scoreboard. Izzy will get this. She will wait for Georgie to get onside, and the puck now sent in. Izzy pursuing 1-on-2. She's got a little help from Georgie now as the puck goes deep. Georgie can't get possession. Peyton over there to help out. Pinching in was Larissa. Sent toward the front of the net, but doesn't get to the goal. And this will come to Larissa. She'll go to Tootie. One-timer off a skate of the Lehigh Valley player and just wide. She nearly redirected it into her own net. Izzy pursues deep in the corner. A little bit out of view there. Georgie comes out of the corner. Wrist shot off the blocker. Rebound in front. Izzy bats it. Right pad save and another right pad save. And the Rockets applying a lot of pressure there. Izzy and Georgie working it. Larissa and Tootie talking back and forth about their good work there at the points. Larissa sending it over to Tootie for the one-timer, and she whistled that shot. Boy, it really just almost found its way in. Face-off is won by the Phantoms, but very close to their own net, and they're able to pick it up and take it out. Looking for the home run pass. Tootie's there to battle back, uses the body to shake off the offensive player, and clears it up and up the side. Molly will pursue. She can't get to it. It comes in offside, and there's the whistle. I think they're going to send this one up as Rizzo trips over the center circle, and that's going to probably be a fine in the Kangaroo Court if there is such a thing. The same line will take this face-off here on the center zone, and that's Kirsty who will battle for it, but it will be 71 that ends up getting possession. Amanda on right D at the moment, and she will take it behind her own net. We haven't seen much of her defensive prowess, but she's played the position quite a bit over her veteran career. Phantoms will come in, good move around, wrist shot and a save, trying to find that 5-hole on Ariellis, but she locks it down before the puck could get through. 1-0 Phantoms, 12:06 left in the first. Shots on the board are 3-3. The Rockets did have a series of 3 in one sequence just before, but pretty much out of the reach of, or out of the view of our scorekeeper. So we're not going to hold anybody to that. It's just nice to be able to have that at our disposal, at least. Those are the official shots, pretty much. This one bunted out and over the net. Rizzo will get it. She's going to be 1-on-3 here. She's got a little help from Molly. She'll dump and they will change. Sent in, and the new attacking forward is Peyton. Peyton Jacobus trying to get to it, just out of picture there. But trust me, she's battling, and she has a little help. The Phantoms are the ones to get it for the moment, but it comes out to Georgie. Georgie tries to negotiate through the points, and she can't do it without losing the puck. Amanda gets a piece of it. She sends it through as the Phantoms try to change. Brought out and tried to go back in and out, in and out. They're playing with it at center zone. Great play by Izzy with the backhand. Can they hold possession in the zone? They can for only a moment. Phantoms looking to get their players behind the defense. Rockets can take advantage of that because sometimes that means you're playing defensively 4-on-5 over there. You don't want to get caught giving up breakaways, but from the Phantoms' end, you also don't want to get caught with one less player defending in front of your net. Speaking in front of the net, Izzy's over there. Georgie comes through, wrist shot, one save. She tries to get the rebound, and it was snuffed. Georgie with some good chances coming out of the corner. Sent by Larissa near side to Tootie. Tootie gets it in the skates as the Rockets forwards change behind the play. Comes to Larissa. She's got help from Riz, but she goes all the way to Molly. Molly was just couldn't get her stick on. Looked like she had her stick caught on the door as she was changing, and she was trying to get her stick in the right position, but it didn't matter because the Phantoms had an offside. Rockets will change one of their defensemen, and Amanda will be out there with Tootie. Battled for by Kirsty, sent in by the Phantoms. Tootie gets it, turns the corner sharply, and Riz will get it out. It comes up to Kirsty. Kirsty has Molly with her. Molly will gather. Can she get it? Oh, just couldn't get there, but was very close. Molly could have created a scoring chance if she was there. Sent up and out. This is going to be sent in again. And the Phantoms, like most teams, are not adjusted yet to the automatic offsides. They've been playing tag-up offsides or delayed offsides probably for 3-4 years, most of these girls, and it's a USA Hockey change that goes into effect, and I think it holds for 3 or 5 years. I'd have to check my coaching certifications, which, by the way, are up to date. Not that that means anything, but boy, those seminars are fun. Kept in off the face-off, that is Kirsten. And now Amanda sends it there toward Riz, just a little past her. Riz will try to move around one defender, sends it at the net. She's going to try to get her own pass, passing it to herself. Riz battling 1-on-2 behind the end line. That goes to the corner. Molly, I keep calling her Molly. That's her sister's name. It's Lily. I'm sorry to the Roe Smith family. I can't even get that right. So I keep calling her Molly. It's Lily. I'm sorry, Lily. Lily Roe Smith, number 20, the lefty. Let me get it right. It only took me 8 almost minutes into the game to do that. Face-off won by Peyton. Georgie battling in the corner. 9:16 left in the first period. 1-0 Lehigh Valley. Peyton battles for it behind the net. Now Izzy gives her a little help. Izzy comes out from behind the net. Izzy over to Peyton. Oh, just under the stick. Tootie pinches in from the left point. She's going to battle down into the left corner. Peyton covers her point on the left side. Izzy behind the net, looking. Izzy curls. Izzy has Georgie in front. Izzy with more time. Izzy wrist shot from a sharp angle off the right pad. Phantoms will move it up and out. Not going to be an icing because it's not strong enough. And this ice is, boy, if this was a baseball infield, you'd say it's saturated and high grass because it's very slow right now is the ice. Sent toward the center and sent wide right. Shots 4-3 for the Rockets so far, but 1-0 is the scoreboard. Phantoms wrist shot. Ariellis will glove it before 39. Axelson can get a piece of it. Whistle in a stoppage of play. 8:24 left first period. 1-0 Phantoms over the homestanding Rockets in the white jerseys. Defensive zone faceoff. Kirsten Kamerkar will take that and she wins it back. Amanda will pick it up behind the net, but she's got a battle. Has to reverse it. Riz is on the near side wing. Riz up, uses the backhand to get it out. She's got Kirsten with speed. Lily's up in the middle. Kirsten gets through one. Oh, she tried to get the shot off and it was deflected by the stick of the goal scorer, actually. Kirsten battling for it. Lily's in front. Loose puck and finally covered, and Lily was right there. If that rebound had gone a little bit more to the goaltender's glove side, I think Lily would have been able to bang that one in. She was right there in a good position. She's the left-handed stick and she has a maroon helmet, so she's a little easier to spot. And boy, it's even easier now that the announcer gets her name right.
Mouth guard.
Looks like a mouth guard issue over there, thanks to the best color analyst in the league, Debbie Rizzo. So that will kick at least a couple of Phantoms out. Now, Coach Jeremy wondering if that should be some kind of penalty for delay of game. At the moment, it's not. They send somebody probably with a mouth guard, but geez, you never know, to take the face-off. Looks like one of the moms is pointing there, and the Rockets win the face-off. They move it around, and deep, Rizzo comes out of the corner, wrist shot, hit with the blocker, and down the rebound. Kirsten was there, but they cover it up pretty quickly. Good scoring chance off the face-off win as the Rockets move it around. Larissa's on the left point, Amanda is on the right. The Rockets will change forwards. Peyton will take the face-off. She's got Izzy in the slot and Georgie on her left. Georgie gets the face-off unopposed, comes out of the left side, centers it. Oh, no sticks were there. Izzy was on the opposite side. Izzy gets through traffic, tries to go deep for it, but finds a phantom stick. Now a little help from herself, Izzy. Pinching down is Peyton. It goes to the opposite side. Georgie will pursue. It comes out. Peyton takes a pot shot. Izzy with the rebound. Izzy off the top of the crossbar, and it goes through. She had the goaltender beaten. Camarada had it, and it just wouldn't go bar down. So we're still 1-0 for the Phantoms. Wrist shot sent toward Ariellis' right, and she kicks it out with the right pad. This one goes up. It's not going to be icing because it was touched and because everything is slowing down on that ice except for Peyton Jacobus, who was in pursuit right there and nearly caught the play. Axelson on the right wing, centers, in front, backhander. What a save by Ariellis with the mask, but the rebound on the screen is backhanded in, and that's a 2-0 lead now on their sixth shot for Lehigh Valley. Couldn't corral the rebound off the great save with the mask, and Lehigh Valley will double the 1-0 advantage. The play has been very even on the rest of the ice. In fact, you might even say that the Rockets, after probably the first minute or two, have really had the balance of play in terms of possession, but the Phantoms are the ones that are getting the goals here. So that'll have to change if the Rockets want to change the outcome. Wrist shot whistled wide by Lehigh Valley. Riz trying to get it out up the left wing. She needs a little help from Kirsten. They can't get it out. One of the low players will pursue, but Larissa will get there first. Lily will shield the puck. Kirsten will get it. Can she turn the corner with speed? Right shot from the dot, and it's a save by Lehigh Valley. Camera car firing up that right wing, gets behind the D. It comes up. This is going to be a very tough play. Amanda gets to it once. Amanda gets to it again. She's 1-on-3. She got a little help eventually from Tootie. Riz will try to get it. She'll bunt it back in and turn around for a quick change. 5:55 left first period. 2-0 Lehigh Valley over the Rockets. This one picked off by Jacobus. Jacobus will skate around the net, looking for somebody in front. Shovels a backhand there. It's deflected with the blocker and now batted up and out of the zone. That'll be a face-off to the goaltender's right with 5:42 left in the first period. 2-0 Lehigh Valley and an offensive zone face-off. Same line will be out there. 21 Jacobus with 24 Camarada and 8 Tillinghast. The Phantoms coach has called a timeout and is vociferously urging his players to get over here. For a team that's up 2-0, he certainly is not pleased with what's going on. And clearly what's going on is that all of the players on the team that do not have mouthpieces have cost his team a timeout. The Big Five, as they're now known for Lehigh Valley, will stand by the bench with their mouthpieces perhaps in or perhaps being half in their mouth a la Sidney Crosby. I see an 87 on their team, so that's emulating one of the great players of our time and any time. Coach Jeremy now wondering why it's not going to be a delay of game penalty, even despite the timeout. And it looks like it might be, as 71 will take the bench minor over here. So not only do they have to use the timeout, but they'll go shorthanded, and they'll have to begin defense of the power play to their goaltender's right. Or maybe not. As we reset for the face-off, it starts out outside the zone, but I'm not sure why they would have switched it from outside the zone. That puck looked like that puck went off of a Lehigh Valley stick and out, but I guess it actually makes sense that it would have gone off a Rocket stick as a Lehigh Valley player was trying to clear it. So the Rockets have a power play, and off the face-off, Georgie will skate it in over the left wing. She'll get it behind the net, and they'll play with it there. Izzy looking, she'll reverse it to the left point where Larissa will track it down. Larissa between the points, wrists it for Izzy. That was not a shot. That was a well-designed pass looking for a redirection over there. Phantoms will get it, and if they send it down, icing is in effect. Now, if that puck doesn't go all the way, then icing is not in effect. But icing on the penalty kill is an active violation if it happens. Rockets will get it into the zone and they'll change behind the play. Izzy with the steal. Oh, she couldn't pick it all the way. Peyton will get that with speed but can't get it through. The Rockets will regroup in their own zone. Larissa over to Amanda, now up for Kirsten who tries to bunt it in. On the kill, 66 looks like Brewer will move it in. Wrist shot. Oh, Ariellis got a little handcuff there after she made the save. It's banked sharply off the boards. A very weird hit off the boards. And this has managed to help the Phantoms kill off the first minute 10. It's up and just out as Rizzo will have to help push it up. It goes into the offensive zone and Lily will be the attacking forward first. The lefty tries to get it with the skate. It comes up to the left point. Tootie gets it. She'll go deep. She's got Riz. Left dot. Wrist shot. Waited too long. Lily shovels it in front. It's loose, and Rizzo puts it in behind the goal! It's a power play goal for the Rockets. They've have the lead, and it's now 2-1 with 4:06 left in the first period. Rizzo from Rose Smith, just days after the 4-year anniversary of her first goal, playing organized hockey. She gets her first goal of the season. And Lily Rose Smith with her first point in a Rockets uniform. She was on the right doorstep, shoveled that puck forward. They kept battling for it. Referee saw it still loose behind the net, or rather behind the goalie, but in front of the net, and Louisa jumped on it and shoveled it in. So the Rockets take advantage of the mouthpiece gate. If you're just tuning in, the Rockets' power play was I don't know if you call it delay of game or unsportsmanlike conduct, because all but 5 of the Lehigh Valley players, as Izzy moves up the right side, Izzy trying to turn the corner. She's got a lot of company and not much help. Trips up but not tripped up, and they play on. Waiting sent in. That hit a Lehigh Valley stick and went into the offensive zone. That actually should not have been offsides because of it hitting the stick, but they call it anyway. So we'll call it mouthpiece gate. All but 5 of the Phantoms were missing a mouthpiece. Their coach admonished them to get over here to the bench. He used the timeout. That wasn't enough. And they were charged with the delay of game, unsportsmanlike bench minor, whatever it is, for not having their mouthpieces there. So it's a rule. They take it seriously, and none of the Rockets were in violation of it. 2-1 Lehigh Valley, a high-scoring first period so far based on what we've seen this season so far. Riz will get it up and just out of the zone, forcing Lehigh Valley to regroup. It comes out to Kirsten. She's got a one-on-one. Can she beat her? Kirsten up the left side through the dot, centers it for Riz. Oh, just a little too late. Player falls. Riz will send it for Kirsten behind the net. Lily's in front by herself. It's centered. Goalie knocked it away before it could get to Lily. Tootie pinches down from the point. Riz will cover her point. She looks for time and space and sends it deep to Kirsten. Kirsten in the corner. She comes to Riz on the give and go. Riz trying to get through traffic. Riz maintaining it, was looking for Lily down low but couldn't get it through, and the Phantoms break out 3-on-3. They'll send it deep and curl and change. Ariella stops it for Larissa. Larissa looking forward. Larissa sends it up but whiffed on the pass. It's picked off by Morgan. Morgan centers it. Larissa comes through and blocks it with the left skate. Camarada up the right wing. She'll skate it through 3 zones and into the offensive zone. Loses the puck there, and the Phantoms get it. Picked off for a moment by Georgie, but she can't maintain possession. Turning the corner is Fernandez. She will skate it deep into the zone, but find Amanda. Amanda tries to reverse it as 2 Phantoms were deep. She comes up to the point. It's sent toward the net, but just wide. Nobody could get a stick on it, lucky for the Rockets. It comes up the right wing, deflected up and out by Izzy. 96 seconds left in the first period. 2-1 Phantoms. They scored the first two. The Rockets got a power play because of a miscue on the Phantoms side where they didn't have enough players with mouthpieces on. They called a timeout, so they don't have their timeout, and they got a penalty against them. The Rockets converted 13 Rizzo on the goal. Fought for in the corner, 1-on-2. Now 2-on-2. The late player coming in is Kirsten, the center. Rizzo will cheat down to help protect in front. Amanda whacks that out, but it goes between the posts. Wrist shot, whistles wide. Harry Ellis was there. It comes up to Lily. She cannot get it out as she just lost her stick blade against the boards. A lot of funky stuff happening on the boards there. We've seen 3 really crazy ricochets. As Louisa tries to get it, oh, she's interfered with and hooked, and I think they're going to call that one down unless they call an offside. Louisa had a clear path right there, and she was being held up with the stick. I don't know if they're calling that or looks like they're just calling the offside. Could have called interference or hooking right there, but they're going to let him play. Hooking and interference, no. You don't have your mouthpiece, your butt's going in the box. 36 seconds left first period, 2-1 Phantoms. Rockets, though, do have the last of the goals in this game. Tootie gets it. She's got to wait. She sends it into the bench. And a whistle and a stoppage of play. And a couple of people ducking down there. I don't think it hit any of the unhelmeted people. Those would be coaches. And the faceoff will come at center zone with 26.4 seconds left in the first period. And the Rockets trailing 2-1. Peyton wins the faceoff near side as Georgie battles for it just out of the picture underneath you. Sent in by the Phantoms. Somebody lost a stick. It's a Phantom, Axelson. It's reversed to the near side. Tootie gets there. She's looking up for Georgie, but again, a strange bounce off the boards. Georgie will get a hold of it, knock it out of the zone. It might be enough to snuff the period, and that will do it for the first period. So it's 2-1 Lehigh Valley in an eventful first period, which saw the Phantoms score the first 2 goals, then get admonished for all but 5 of their many players not having a mouthpiece. 5 of their players had mouthpieces, the rest didn't. That's what I mean to say. So it was quite a few that didn't. They had to use their timeout. Even that wasn't enough. And then they were assessed a penalty, and the Rockets cashed in. By my count, Lily Rose Smith with her first career Rockets assist, with Luisa Rizzo scoring the goal. Hard to check that from up here, but our scorekeeper certainly can confirm or deny that at some point later. If you are just tuning in, we're glad to have you. My name's Joe Rizzo. I'm bringing you New Jersey Rockets girls U19 hockey from Bridgewater Sports Arena in Bridgewater, New Jersey. And I would like to remind you that I also do a podcast. I do a couple, but the one that we really want to remind you about is Diamond Diehards. It's a podcast about baseball and about life. It's right here on YouTube. You can find the Diamond Diehards channel there. Hit subscribe and hit that alerts button. Or /also, you could find it anywhere you find your podcast. iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher. Wherever you find your podcast, you can find Diamond Diehards. You could also go to diamonddiehards.com and listen from there. Myself and the dog, Jeff Healy, talk about baseball and about life. We do a Veteran of the Day segment on every show. And we often do a segment called Die Hard Dads, where we talk about the trials and tribulations and rewards of being a father. Lift off for period 2 as Peyton Jacobus battles for the face-off. It's sent in off of Amanda's stick, onside and non-icing by the Phantoms, as the teams have switched sides. Rockets in white with black trim on the jerseys, and the Lehigh Valley Phantoms with the black jerseys, white lettering, and orange trim. Black helmets, too, for both teams, except for a couple of players out there. Phantoms will try to move it in, but they're disrupted. That's Georgie doing the disrupting. And Tillinghast wearing number 8 today in white. will get it out of the zone. That one clearly sent it offside, and eventually they whistle it down. We'll reiterate, if you're just jumping in here in the second period, there's no more tag-up offsides or delayed offsides. If you're not onside and the puck goes into the net, it's now blown dead. That's going to be a new rule. And for pretty much probably all the girls out there, that'll be the rule for them for as long as they're playing U19, even the ones that might be playing a couple of years up. I believe it'll be in effect for 5 years. And that rule is, I don't think it's in effect for high school level hockey. It's in effect for the girls all the way up through except for professionals. And maybe college. Pop-up is gathered by Ariellis with the catching glove. Not a shot on goal. The shots after the first period were 8-7 for the Phantoms. Rockets playing with 2 forward lines and 1 extra defenseman. So we'll see how that works out for them. As they try to move the puck up to Riz, and she gets it. She'll use room, bank it out of the zone, and she will chase after it. The Phantoms goalie would try to play it. Oh, there's nearly Luisa was there with the stick. She got her stick lifted, which is fine if you have your stick on the puck. It's not fine if you don't. Could have called a hook right there or an interference, but they'll let them play. The Phantoms goalie was going to play that puck, and then wisely decided to cover it up. Face off 1. Tootie gets it, sends it between the points. Sent down low. Lily tries to get it. She does get a hold of it, tries to backhand it toward the net, can't do it. Phantoms will pursue up the near side. They will move it up and out of the zone. This is their captain, number 9. Can't read the name for sure. She risks it wide of the net. That looks like Larissa who gets it. She sends it up the near side boards. Lily will try to use the body to help get it out. Can't do it as the Phantoms player is able to send it back in. Tootie will get it and reverse it. She's got Lily on the near side at the boards. They'll use 2 players up there just out of view. Luisa will be the one to chase. She gets to the puck. Can she turn the corner? She tries to jam on the brakes and center it for Lily, but couldn't get it through traffic, and she's got to go over and skate to get off from her shift. 14:49 left in the second, 2-1 Phantoms, but the Rockets have carried the play for most of the second part of the first period all the way through since Lehigh Valley potted the first 2 goals of the game. Battled 4 behind the offensive zone. That is Peyton. Now over to Izzy and sent toward the net, but not on goal. Izzy will try to pick it off. It comes up to the point, almost, but Peyton gets it at the top of the circle, sends to Izzy. Izzy marches toward the net. Backhander, pop-up. Peyton couldn't put in the rebound. Good save right there, but they let Izzy walk right to the net, and she got off a good backhander. Phantoms will get it. Peyton will be the one pursuing, and the Phantoms will give up possession and change. Looking up, here is Peyton. She was looking for Izzy for a moment. Instead, she powers up the right wing, gets it over the offensive zone line, and sends it into the opposite corner. Izzy, the first one, in pursuit, centers it, nobody there. Eventually, Larissa gets there. Larissa looking, gets it toward the net. It's in the slot. Georgie lets it go through to Izzy. Oh, it doesn't go all the way through. Georgie up to Amanda at the point. Amanda, high wrister, goes just wide. It was too high for Izzy to even try to redirect it. If she tried to redirect it and got a stick on it, it would have been well above the crossbar. So wisely, she kept the stick down. Larissa using the body to try to win the one-on-one battle. As Debbie Rizzo, our spotter, color analyst, and security guard, is running back and forth to be able to see and not be in the way. Her daughter has the puck and sends it in. That's 13, Larissa Rizzo. And it's pursued there, and the Phantoms stop. They'll move it toward the middle. Eventually, moving it all the way around, sent up and out. This is touched by somebody to avoid the icing. And Amanda will try to win the foot race. She does. Up to Kirsten. Kirsten will turn and burn. Kirsten through 1, loses possession. This one's sent in, and that's going to be an offsides as 91 couldn't get out of the zone quite fast enough. Under the old rules, she would have been just fine, and her teammate could have waited for her after sending it in. But Instead, the girls will rock down to Electric Avenue on the line change. They win it, trying to get it through traffic, up but not out. Brewer will send it in, the lefty 66. And it goes to the far boards. Georgie's there. She shovels it forward, but not out. High wrist shot. That's knocked down by Amanda's glove. Peyton comes back to lift the stick. That was a golden scoring chance if Jacobus doesn't do that. Wrist shot off of somebody's stick, whistles wide. This one's sent toward the front of the net, but Tootie chests it down. Still battled for, and they can't get it out of the zone. So this is the Phantoms' best offensive run probably since they scored the first 2 goals, and eventually the Rockets are able to shovel it out. The ice is absolutely so slow today. It's been since pregame warm-ups. A lot of these pucks that you'd normally see, the easy icings, aren't even going there. Wrist shot, and that was a good save by Ari Ellis. That shot had an awful lot on it. Near side battles for. They send it toward the front. Alyssa knocks it down with the shin pads, and somebody pushes it over to Riz. She's trying to get it up the boards and out. She does. She pursues her own. She's got a 2-on-1 with Lily. If they hustle, Riz comes in over the line, finds a little traffic, regains. Wrist shot goes just wide, but knocked down by the goalie anyway. Lily behind the net, looking. She's battling. Battling there, 1-on-3. Can she win it? It's a little help eventually from Kirsten. It's battled for on the far boards, up and kept in by Tootie's left skate. The Phantoms are trying to push it out. They can't. They find Tootie. Tootie trying to get it through traffic. She gets it through a little bit, but not all of it. And the white-helmeted Phantom, Natosi, sends it in. I guess that was it offside or was it icing? It was one of those two. Shot clock says 10-10. Scoreboard says 2-1 for the Phantoms. Time says 10:52 left in the second. Face off to the Phantoms goalie's left. 1, and here's Larissa. Wrist shot through traffic, deflected, and what a great save! Peyton with a tremendous deflection. Boy, it makes you wonder if she didn't deflect it, if actually the puck might have found its way above the shoulder, but what a great save by the Phantoms goalie right there. Peyton with a great deflection, deflected it down, and boy, she was there to cover that without giving up a rebound, in fact. Izzy gets it off the battle for the faceoff. Izzy goes right through the front. Izzy goes to the forehand. She tried it on the backhand. She sends it to Amanda. Top left circle. Wrist shot goes too high. It comes around to the near side. Peyton will be the first one to battle for it. It comes up to the point. Larissa gets it. She keeps it in. She's got Izzy behind the net. Izzy looking for someone. Let's see if she can get it to Georgie. She's got 2 in front of the net. It looks like she's got Kirsten there. Larissa cheating down. Georgie comes out the back, tries to stuff it in with the backhand. Wrist shot in front. Oh, another good save. That was Kirsten with the shot, and the goalie got the left pad on it. Comes to the left point. Amanda will take this one. It goes off the Phantom stick, and now the Phantoms will break out 1-on-2. Amanda gets a piece. She had help with Larissa, so they snuff the break. It's still a 3-on-2, though, as the Phantoms get it into the slot. The Rockets are just a little off kilter here. Phantoms will take it and bat it at the net. They'll change behind the play. 9:46 left in the second. Still 2-1 Lehigh Valley. All 3 goals in the first period. A power play goal for the Rockets. Larissa comes up the right wing. Larissa will take it all the way behind the net. She centers it, but nobody's there. Riz will jump into the right point. Riz looking for space and time. Gets beat around the back, but Larissa's all the way back. And she's there to battle Axelson, who moves the puck into the corner and behind the net. They'll battle for it there. Larissa's still battling with 39. Wrist shot in front. Oh, Ariellis with 1 save, loose in front. Can somebody get to it? The Phantoms do. That's Axelson. Jams on the brakes. Puts it into the slot. Wrist shot goes wide. A lot of pressure as we hit the 9-minute mark of the second period. Phantoms putting the pressure on. It comes up. Riz gets it, leaves it out for Lily. She can't get to it if she stays in pursuit, and there's a fall or a mistake. She might be there. She's still pursuing as the cameraman needed to catch up. This one's sent down, and it looks like it's going to be an icing if the puck gets there. And against all odds on the super slow ice, there is an icing. 8:44 left in the second period. 2-1 Lehigh Valley over the New Jersey Rockets. U19 girls double A. That's the level that you're seeing on the ice. Face-off pushed to the near corner. It comes out, courtesy of Lehigh Valley. Amanda will get it on the turn. She's playing D. Gets a little help from Georgie in the neutral zone. Now Amanda again leaves it for Kirsty, the two 10-year veterans and co-captains. Kirsty will get it. She'll go over the left wing line, take it all the way behind the board, center it off the side of the cage. Izzy's there, wrist shot! Oh, and it goes just wide. Camarada, wearing Bella's number 24 jersey, is all over everything but the score sheet today. Seems to have maybe had about 5 or 6 shots. And the Rockets registering 12 officially. Up the right wing goes Kirsten. She sends it in. Chasing on the opposite side is Georgie. She cannot get to it. It comes up between the points. Hops over Tootie's stick. They'll have a 2-on-1. This is Brewer. She comes in. Axelson's offside. Oh, she had a perfect look at it, and she just was a stride ahead of the play. And the Phantoms bench complaining that she was not offside, but she was there, and she just picked up the back skate too early. If she doesn't pick up the back skate, she's onside. Phantoms coaches are going to have sore vocal cords after this one. Sent up, oh, just out of Rizzo's reach. Battled for at the point and sent out. Amanda, the lone Rocket, to get it. She will bank it back in onside. 3 Phantoms there, no Rockets yet. Here comes 1, here comes 2. There goes the puck over the end line for an icing call. And we'll see if there are any changes going on. Maybe one defenseman. .19 reads the clock, second period. Peyton on the faceoff. Lily on right wing, Louisa on the left. Goes over to the right wing side. It'll go behind the net. Rizzo in pursuit. Can't stop that one from going through. Sent up and out, just over Tootie's stick. Tootie with some nice stick work right there to keep the puck right in her zone area. Both the zone and the area. Gets a little help from Louisa, who sends it in onside. Peyton will jump off for a change. Looks like the whole, I don't know if the whole line got a change. Yeah, everybody but Rizzo. Sent back in for Radishevsky. Through the Rockets logo come the Phantoms. Right wing side, Tootie harassing. She'll take it behind the net, reversing. Battled for in front. The front of the crease is clear. Great job by the Rockets defense right there. And this is Izzy. Can she beat the player to it? It's Louisa has to jump off the ice on a change. She was the last one on the line caught. So rather than going for the offense there, she jumps off responsibly. Larissa will get it. Look up for Izzy, who did the stick tap. Izzy over the right wing side. Izzy wrist shot goes just wide. Kirsty will pursue on the left wing. Left point for Amanda, wrist shot off of a stick. Izzy bunts it down, but it's strike 2 as she fouls it off. It comes up to the right point, and Larissa will have to send it in as no shot was available. Steered around. Georgie first one there for her team, but not overall. Phantom's still trying to move it out. They've been feeding the point a lot for the Rockets. Georgie comes out of the corner. Georgie for Izzy. Izzy gets tripped up there, first down. Wow, that's a blatant trip on the player with the puck. They're not going to call it, so they play on. Comes up, but not out. Sent back in for the Phantoms as they try to change. It's the period of the long change, but when you change on offense, it's a period of a very, very short change. This one whistled down, and was it a hand pass, or is it a penalty? And it is going to be Larissa on the penalty. They are going to call interference, it looks like. Tom Rose, interference or body check? This, Tom Rose. Body check, okay. So 5:21 left in the second period. Lehigh Valley with a 2-1 lead and their first power play. Shots 12-10 for the Rockets. Killing it are Amanda and Tootie on the back line and Rizzo and Peyton at the forwards. They send it down. Icing is in effect if it goes over the line, and it does. So those are the negatives to being the forwards, trying to chase that down because you're using a bit of energy. Rizzo gets instructions from Coach Rads. She skates back up. Peyton will take the faceoff. Amanda covering the slot. Tootie is in the corner, so it's important to win that faceoff. The Phantoms win it redirected off of a hand. That would have counted because that was not intentional, and they will bunt it up but not out. This one's sent off of Peyton's stick, and it goes to the far corner. Amanda, nice reversal. She finds Riz. Riz looking up, banks it off of the boards neatly and deftly out. Maybe those were the instructions from Coach Rads. Oh, Peyton trying to make the pickoff there. Louisa now in the passive pursuit. Comes down low to Tootie. She will chase behind the net. Centered in front. What a save by Ariellis! The back door was open. The Phantoms thought they had a goal, but Ariellis gets the glove on it. Spectacular puck work and an even better save. Here comes Izzy shorthanded. Beats one. Camarada in the slot. Can't beat the other one. Georgie recovering now. Georgie in pursuit. Izzy now helping out. It comes out to center. Larissa gets it, waits for the onside, sends it in. That's not Larissa. That's Kirsten. She's just playing defense. So Kirsty moves back to D for a shift here to kill the penalty. Phantoms get it, and they move it offside. So the player didn't quite put herself offside, but Kirsty put the player offside by disrupting the play. 3:51 left second period. It's 2-1 Phantoms. The Phantoms have 30 seconds left on the power play. Larissa was called for body checking. It's the first power play of the game for Lehigh Valley. This one into the zone, gets behind the defense, 2-on-1. They center it, in front, can't get it. Oh, a left hand save and covers the rebound. By rights, this game should be 3-1, but Ariellis has made two spectacular saves. That one was on the good scale. The one prior to that was on the great scale. The puck came through the crease. The Lehigh Valley player was wide open in the slot. She got good wood on it, and somehow Ariella slid over to get the glove on it. A great puck movement play. You know, when you're on the other side, you say, geez, there's nothing wrong with what we did. We did everything right, and sometimes the goalie just makes a spectacular play. 3 seconds, 2 and 1. Radishevsky exits the box. She'll come in and play offense on this shift here, an offensive position. Izzy fighting for it near side boards, 1-on-2, now 2-on-2. As Georgie's the other one there. Set up, bunted out. They are calling no icing there. The puck is going so slow anyway. Larissa shifted forward here. Will battle for it. There's a steal. Kirsten gets it. Kirsten turns the corner around 2, but can't hold on to the puck as it hit a patch of that slow ice. This one deked around. Rizzo gets back. She's got to cover up, and she forces the dump, and she'll keep pursuing it right there. Good back checking. Riz tries to move it up, loses it. Phantoms bat it up, and they nearly knock it out of their own zone. Right point, wrist shot comes through. Ariella save with the logo. Rebound still loose in front of the crease. Backhand goes just wide. Lily gets it up, and she will get it out of the zone with the feet, just below you and out of view for a moment. We won't try to make too many adjustments because this is sort of the best camera angle, folks. Rizzo up the left wing boards, had a chance to dump it. She's going to try to skate it in, loses it for a moment. It comes up the wing, Tootie keeps it in. Oh, it looked like she kept it in with the foot, but they call it offside. Whistle and a stoppage of play on the offside with 2:02 left in the second period. 2-1 the Phantoms lead. They scored twice in the first period. And the Rockets then got a power play due to mouthguard gate, as all but 5 of the Phantoms had a mouth guard, or no mouth guard, or whatever. 5 of them had a mouth guard. I got to keep saying that the right way. They used a timeout, so they don't have a timeout, and they were given a delay of game type penalty, a bench minor, and that power play resulted in Lily Rose Smith's first point as she assisted on Luisa Rizzo's goal. So they battle for it with 90 seconds left in the second period. There's a scrum, to use a rugby term, of 5 players in the corner, 2 in the white jerseys, 3 in the black. Eventually it comes out to Tillinghast. She tries to get through traffic. Jacobus now tries to get through as well. This is going to be a 3-on-1 for Lehigh Valley. Larissa's the one there to try to break it up. Tootie skating back hard back. Larissa breaks up the play for a moment, but the Phantoms get it back and they center just out of reach. So that was dangerous as we get down to 1 minute left. Phantoms come out, left wing shot, and a left pad save from Ariellis, who covers up with exactly a minute left in the second period, and the shots now 14-12 for the Phantoms, which by my count means they've had the last 6. The last 4. It was 12-10. At least officially. Lacrosse-style face-off battle in the defensive zone, courtesy of Kirsty. Amanda now battles for it behind the net. It comes to the near side, that's Lily. Moved out, left shoulder save and a rebound, cleared out. Phantoms with some low pressure here, meaning pressure on the low part of the ice. Tootie will get that 1-on-2, steer it to the near side boards. Lily can't get to it, it hits a strange pass. Tootie uses the body to block a shot. 29 seconds left. Loose puck there, sent up, and Peyton is going to be able to get this one out. Rather, that's Kirsty. Kirsty up the right wing. Kirsty will dump with 18 seconds left. Lily in front of the net. Riz behind the net. This is going to go to Amanda. If she has time, she gets a shot off. Amanda sends it, but off of Axelson's skate behind the net. Centered in front, no. Rizzo comes out from behind, centers in front. Oh, it just hit off of either the side of the net. This is going to be 1 second left in the period. That expires the period. And after 2, the score. Lehigh Valley 2, New Jersey 1. So we'd like to remind you once again, as you watch some great hockey action at the U19 girls level, that Diamond Diehards is a podcast about baseball and about life. Myself, Joe Rizzo, and the dog, Jeff Healy. Talking about a lot of life, a lot of baseball, sometimes a lot of both. If you have a veteran of the day, contact us on all social media. We are at Diamond Diehards. Follow us, contact us. If you'd like somebody to be honored that's a veteran, that's a family, a friend, or just a good idea, please don't be shy. Contact us. Literally go right now. You can follow me on Twitter at Diamond Diehards, or join our Facebook group, our Facebook page, LinkedIn, whatever. It's Diamond, Instagram, Snapchat. We're Diamond Diehards everywhere. So go check us out. And if, like I said, if you have a veteran of the day that you'd like to honor, don't be shy. Contact us. We're always looking for veterans to honor. Subscribe on YouTube. Right after you're done watching this, go over to the Diamond Diehards YouTube, hit that subscribe button, and hit the alerts button. If you haven't done that here on my page, hit the subscribe button and the alerts button, and you'll be alerted every time the Rockets are playing a game or we've posted a video. Sometimes live, sometimes Memorex. Always free. Coach Walt giving the instructions, also known as Coach Rads, giving the instructions on the side. Coach Jeremy wanting his players to bring their fire. One of the Rockets seated on the bench, I can't see who, being possibly attended to a little bit. Third period face-off. Liftoff underway in the third from Bridgewater Sports Arena. Rockets looking to erase a 2-1 deficit and get this game tied. Sent toward the net off of Tootie's left shin pad. Sent at the net. That hit a stick in front, never got to Arielis. Sent in front. That is a great save. Rebound is there, and Arielis covers it up just in time. Brewer was there for Lehigh Valley. Couldn't get the stick on it fast enough, so we remain 2-1. Arielis with some moments of brilliance in the middle of the second period when the Rockets were down a player. Made one absolutely spectacular save to keep it 3-1, and then another very good one in a sequence very close. Wrist shot from the left point whistled wide to the near side boards. They'll try to shovel it up to the point. Rizzo gets a piece of it, goes to Kirsty. Kirsty will come in over the left side. Kirsty will dump it as she sees no chance to get it towards center. Lily's in front. Lily's there. She shoots. Oh, it goes off of a stick. Between the points, Tootie and Larissa decide who's going to get it. It goes low to Kirsty. Kirsty to Tootie. Tootie's shot deflected off the left side of the goaltender. Deflection in front, and she got the left shoulder on it, or the left arm. That was ticketed. Tootie pinches in from the left point. Tootie looking for somebody. She sends it behind the net. Not strong enough for Riz. She'll continue to pursue. It's on the left wing boards. Kirsty steps up, covering the left point for Tootie. But it comes up and out, and Larissa will pursue as the Phantoms change behind the play. Larissa curls, turns, and burns. Reverses, looking up for Louisa. She gets her off the boards. Louisa up the left wing, sends it at the net on the dump. Izzy is over there, but Peyton gets to it first. Centers it. Larissa's there. She's going to shoot it. It goes wide. Georgie comes in late. She gets a skate on it, now a stick on it. Peyton gets it through the slot, trying to get low. Peyton will look for Izzy low. It goes too strong. Georgie now on the near side. She sends it back for Izzy, who didn't see it. Her view of the puck obscured by the goaltender. Comes up and out and to the far corner. Larissa will be there first, banks it up the side and out. It comes to the Phantoms, who have 15 minutes left to hold a 1-goal lead. The Rockets don't want them to do that. This one through traffic is Peyton. Peyton goes to the right side. Right dot, wrist shot wide. Near corner, battled for. Sent in front, that's Georgie battling with the strength of the stick. And she can't get the shot off. Amanda will grab that, knock it back in offside. What a shift by the Rockets. At the beginning of the period, they were knocking on the door. Now they're banging on the door. Can they kick the door down? 14:28 to do so. Near side, Rizzo banks it in onside. Kramerkar comes up and kept in with the feet by Tootie, but eventually two Phantoms get it. They'll move out. That's Brewer. She's pushed off the puck by Amanda. Rose Smith steers it up and out of the zone. It's in the offensive zone. Hits Kramerkar's stick, but can't stay in the zone. Rizzo gets a piece, and they bunt it forward and into the zone. Natosi, right wing, top of the circle, top of the slot, sends it at the net just wide. Arielis was screened. Comes to the far side, off of Lily's skate, deftly onto the stick, and up and out. They clear the zone and come back in. This will be Amanda if she can get it. She can't. Gets a little help back defensively as the Rockets back check. Wrist shot. Ooh, that hit a stick and nearly took a funny bounce, but Arielis was able to glove it before it hit the edge. Near side face-off to the glove side of Arielis. She's been spectacular. Both goals allowed in the first period. The Rockets countered with one. Rizzo on the power play. Right point wrist shot. That's knocked down by Tootie, who will take some room and skate it out of the zone. Tootie up through center. Izzy up the right wing. Izzy looking for somebody in the middle. She's got Georgie. Izzy steering, looking in front. Wrist shot. There's the save. Rebound. Cleared out. Phantoms under no pressure over there. Would have had trouble getting it out. That's picked off. Izzy will get it low. Izzy toward the front of the net. Knocked aside, can't find the puck. Izzy at the left dot. Izzy drops for Larissa. Larissa will shoot through traffic. It hits two people in front and it's loose. Battled for. Comes back to Larissa with 12:45 left in the second. Rockets still trailing. Low side, doorstep, wrist shot, save with the chest and the mask. Izzy with what appears to be maybe her 10th shot on goal. That's a wrist shot from the slot. Peyton fires it just wide off the feed from Georgie. Georgie up to Larissa. Back down low for Georgie. Peyton jumps off for a change. It's in front for Izzy. Izzy, wrist shot. She scores! Camerata kicks the door down! And the Rockets have tied it with 12:17 left in the third period. Izzy Camerata has been all over the front of the net, all over the ice, scoring chance after scoring chance. And finally, she puts one past the brilliant goaltender in black. And we have a tie score with 12:17 left in the game. Face-off battled for, and the Phantoms will have a quick chance right here. Up to the left wing, wrist shot. Ariella's just got enough of a piece of it to steer it wide. Rizzo on the half boards. She'll bank it hard along. She's got Kirsten. Can Kirsten get there with the speed? The Phantoms player knocks it just forward out of reach. They'll steer. Lily has an assist today. That one nearly gets through! Another good save. The goalies have been brilliant. Both of them. 2-2. Larissa disrupts that rush, but there's 4 Phantoms in and not enough Rockets. The Phantoms taking their time. They're giving the Rockets a chance to regroup here, but still out of sorts. The Phantoms have a chance here. They send it through into the top of the slot. Wrist shot, bouncer, right pad save. One of the Phantoms falls behind the play. Loose in front, Ariella's covers up. The Rockets have tied it, but they got a little sloppy right there and almost paid the price. Phantoms with a couple on the sequence. They have 20 shots to 16 for the Rockets. That's the official count. It feels like Izzy Camerata has 15 for the Rockets. Izzy and Rizzo, the goal scorers, to keep it at 2-2. The Rockets trailed 2-0. Izzy's wearing that jersey right there. She's 2-on-1. Here's a breakaway. It's Georgie. Tillinghast, wrist shot. Oh, it goes just wide. Izzy set her up. She had a step. She was behind the defense, but Georgie couldn't convert it. Izzy is wearing Bella's number 24 jersey. Something happened in the corner just out of view. A whistle and a stoppage of play with 11:02 left. We'll see what it is. The crowd howling. And in fact, we do see 17 heading to the penalty box for a trip. 11:02 left, and the Rockets will have their second power play of the game. They are 1 for 1. Coach Jeremy talking to the official on this side. The other one getting ready to blow the whistle. Not sure what he's talking about. Peyton wins the face-off. Near side, Georgie in the corner. Georgie and Peyton there. They steer it and bump it out just past Tootie, and Amanda will retreat. Amanda's playing defense in this game. She's not playing forward. The Rockets have just 3 defensemen. This sent up. She was looking hard for Izzy and sent it just a little bit too hard up the boards for an icing. And the Rockets will have to regroup in their own end. You have a power play. You want to put the puck in the back of the net. You have a minute 44 to do that with the man advantage and 10:46 left in the game. What you don't want to do is make a mistake on a face-off in your defensive zone. So let's see if they load up that middle. And Peyton, who's been very good on the face-offs here, will take it. She wins it to the near side, and Izzy tries to bunt it up the boards. The Phantoms will eventually get hold of it and send it behind the end line. Tootie, using the body, gets bodied herself. She'll try to negotiate it out. It comes to the point, wrist shot. It looked like it hit Peyton and went just wide of the net, and they're going to call somebody for something here. It looks like that'll be the end of the power play as they call a cross-check on one of the Rockets, and I'm not sure who it's going to be, but that will nullify the penalty. And it's a roughing call to Tootie. So the Rockets got 35 seconds of power play time. They will now be 4-on-4 as they try to decide who's out there and who's not. Looks like Peyton and Izzy with Larissa and Amanda. Speaking of Peyton and Izzy, they combined to block a shot, but they can't get the puck out of the zone. Sent in, Amanda will track that down. 4-on-4 for 85 seconds, then 35 seconds of power play time for Lehigh Valley. That will amount to their second power play of the game. 1-on-9 right now, the first one on 29. This one up and out with a little bit of extra ice. Amanda looks to get it across, but despite the extra ice, there's not much free skating going on as Peyton jumps off for Riz. Izzy is behind the D if she can turn. Izzy looks up. Izzy crosses the wave. Izzy to the top of the slot. Izzy wrister. Oh, it whistles just high. It looked like one of the Phantoms got a piece of it and deflected it. Larissa down to Riz. Riz in the left corner looking. Larissa to Louisa. Larissa to Amanda. Riz shot down. Oh, Riz tried to redirect it from the doorstep on the left and she couldn't get enough of a piece on it. Riz shovels it in front. Izzy's there, but it goes too much. 4 Phantoms protecting the house. That's why Louisa and Larissa were playing high-low right there. There's going to be a penalty right here as Amanda was shielding the player. Don't think it was really a body check as much as it was interference as she pushed the puck forward and Amanda impeded her progress. Looked like she hit the dasher where the dasher and the boards start to right where Coach Vinny has his hand, if you could see that. Coach Vinny is applauding right now. Looked like Amanda was just impeding the progress. And for 7 seconds, rather for 42 seconds, it'll be, well, in 7 seconds, there will be 35 seconds of a 5-on-3. And in a 2-2 game with 9:09 left, well, if this was one of those things where you went on DraftKings or FanDuel, the live odds would tilt greatly in favor of Lehigh Valley. But sometimes in hockey, what we see is if you can kill off a 5-on-3, even though you're outmanned, and the Rockets have a very short bench, they have 3 on the ice and 4 on the bench at this exact moment that are available to play, because 2 are in the box. If you kill off a 5-on-3 in that situation, you often get momentum. And by the time it's all over, if they could do that, there'll be just over 7 minutes left in the game. So the mission here is not to put one in the net for the Rockets, although that would be dandy. It's more to protect the house. And they'll start out with Kamarkar, Radishevsky, and Rizzo. They win the faceoff for a moment, but can't get it out. The 5-on-3 has begun. Rockets still maintaining possession. Every moment that Kirsten can kill off there by herself is important. She's on her own. When you're 3-on-5, you don't send the second player in. Phantoms curl out, pad save, another pad save, loose puck in front. Finally, Ariellis covers up as Larissa was doing her best to keep 25 out of a scoring chance. 22 shots to 17 for the Phantoms in black. 2-2 the score, although in a way it feels like the Rockets are winning, but they were down 2-0 and they've battled back to make it 2-2. Louisa on the power play, Izzy even strength. Face-off will eventually be won by Lehigh Valley. Chipped by Larissa. Wrist shot goes wide. Larissa will get it. She's got a little room, banks it a little too hard off the boards. We've seen some crazy stuff off the boards. That's a great job by Kirsten playing the player and not the puck right there as she gave Ariellis a chance to cover up that puck. That will nullify the 5-on-3. It's 5-on-4 for the next 72 seconds with 8:21 left in the third period. Rockets, as the home team, will take advantage of every moment and get the last change. Tillinghast will get onside, and the referee will drop the puck as she looks at Jacobus trying to win the faceoff to Tillinghast. Up, can she get it out? It's loose, and Georgie gets it out with the feet. If Georgie could turn the corner, she could have a break. Georgie, like a tiger, pursuing, still pursuing, still pursuing. Let's see if the Rockets shorthanded can create something here. Georgie in the corner in a scrum, just ticking time off the power play. Peyton eventually the second one to come in. It's a scrum down there, just out of view, you can't see it. The Phantoms finally center it up and they'll break out 2-on-2. Now 2-on-3 as Peyton skates all the way back. Peyton using the body. Tootie needs to get the stick on it. Tootie uses the body, what a move! She did a Top Gun. I'll hit the brakes, she'll go right by. Georgie pursuing now. Rockets with 23 seconds to kill off here in a 2-2 game. Peyton picks it off, wrists it toward the net. It hits one of the Phantoms and goes behind the end line. Peyton hanging back as Tootie's allowed to pursue. This one's sent down. This should be an icing if it goes far enough, but it doesn't. So the Rockets will get a change. As long as things go well, they have killed off the 5-on-3. Larissa over the line, she's tripped up. Where's the call? Where's the call? No call, they'll play on. Wrist shot toward the front. Rizzo on the rebound, can't put it in. Rizzo looking, goes to the point. Larissa, she has nothing there. She goes back to Riz low. Riz trying to come out of the corner, tries to center, but finds all shin pads. Battled for behind the play. She's knocked down. Let's see if Georgie can pick it off. Georgie to the net. No, Georgie looks for Riz. Riz goes up the left boards, but there's nobody there as the Rockets are changing behind the play. The Phantoms will send it down. This puck is going to curl and go on net, so no icing. 6:28 left in the third period. It's 2-2. An absolute thriller between the Rockets and the Phantoms. Amanda will skate it up and almost out. It now gets its way out as Lily is able to move it there. The Phantoms send it in offside. And a whistle and a stoppage of play because some of us need it. Forget about the players. Announcers get tired too. 6:08 left in the game. 2-2 is the score between the Rockets in white and the Phantoms in the dark jerseys. 23:17 on the shot clock for Lehigh Valley. It's not representative of the scoring chances, which have been about even. It's been about as even a game as you could ever hope for, and it's been entertaining. Backhander goes just wide. She might have had Ariellis beaten there. It just hit the side of the net outside the post. Phantoms cycling. They'll get it at the near side. There's nobody at the point, so Brewer will turn. She'll send it toward the front. They got a piece of it, but Amanda was there, and it goes just wide. Centered, Amanda gets another piece of it. Lily trying to negotiate it out. She's got an assist. At least according to me, she does. Kirsty will get it, turn behind her own net. Got it. Some player on Lehigh Valley got a little stick blade on Kirsty's stick. They'll change at least one behind the play. Full and even strength for both teams. Lehigh Valley comes off. Sloppy change. Izzy put herself offside and wisely just decides to not pursue the puck and rather to pursue getting back check to position. That is offside as Peyton stepped up and had her stick positioned on the offside portion of the blue line. She would have not been happy with that if she had actually intercepted the puck because she might have been gone with a breakaway. Peyton on the face-off, Rizzo on the left. She's got one of the goals, and Georgie on the right. That one sent up and in. Looks like it's going to be no icing because of the tip. 4:50 left in the game. 2-2 between the Rockets and the Phantoms. Even played, well played, very clean. Peyton comes out of the corner. Peyton looking. Peyton looks for Riz. Riz at the dot. Tries to get off a wrist shot. Can't do it. Still battling. Peyton gets it. Up to Larissa. Larissa goes to Amanda. Amanda back to Larissa. Gets a little room. Redirection chance. Oh, Georgie couldn't get the stick blade on it. Georgie looking to the point. Oh, tip past Amanda. It's going to be a 2-on-1 with Larissa back. 2-on-1. Larissa trying to break it up. She forces the pass to go into the corner. Sent at net. Ariellis gets it with the stick blade and covers it up. And there's a little chatter in front where the girls are maybe exchanging each other's snaps for after the game, or maybe seeing what their favorite pizza place is, or what their favorite pizza review has been. Or maybe they're just saying, hey, get the heck out of the front of my net. Clock down to 4:12 in this 2-2 game. Shots now 25-17 in favor of Lehigh Valley. Since Izzy tied it with a spectacular goal, it has been a little more in the favor of Lehigh Valley in terms of puck possession. Izzy, your tying goal scorer, skates up behind the net. She's wearing Bella's jersey, 24. She might consider a jersey switch depending on how the rest of this one goes. Izzy through traffic. Izzy at the right dot. Izzy sends it at the net. It's sticked aside with the paddle. Didn't have anything on the shot, but nonetheless it made it there. I don't know if the scorekeepers will be able to see, but it did make it there. Wrist shot from the right side, knocked down with the blocker and sent into the corner. Lehigh Valley at the left point. They cannot keep it in. Oh, they can keep it in. I thought Izzy had gotten it out, but not quite. Lehigh Valley still keeping it in with 3:23 left in a 2-2 game. This one is now sent to Kirsten. She's going to take her time and space. One of the Lehigh Valley players peels off for a change, and that is tipped up and out of the zone by Lily, having a solid first game. Gets behind the D. This is Brewer. She loses the puck on the awful ice. A big break for the Rockets. Tootie tries to send one up for Riz, but she zigged when Tootie thought she was going to zag, and those two almost never make that mistake. It's like they have one brain sometimes out there. 2:45 now left, 2-2. A moment of brilliance is going to decide this, if in fact it doesn't end at 2-2. And there has been a lot of brilliance out there for both teams. Natuzzi gets through one but can't get through traffic. Went low, backhander, Ariellis gets the blocker on it. 2:25 now remaining in the tie game. Tootie pursuing, she'll go behind the net. It comes to the slot, Riz gets the stick on it. Riz will try to skate it out, uses the body to shield and eventually get the puck out of the zone. That forces a phantom change. Turning and curling, Larissa didn't have her glove on. She lost her glove for a moment and couldn't get it on. Now another change, and coming behind the net and going through traffic is Peyton. Peyton will look up to the left wing. She's got Riz. Riz behind the D. Can she get off the shot? Hits the brakes, looks, wrist shot just wide, not on net. Kirsten gets it, goes behind the net. Riz will be there to pursue. She picks it off, it goes in front to Georgie. She can't get enough of a stick on it. Georgie again, Riz open at the back door if it goes through. Riz gets it, looking. She has the point if she's there, but decides to reverse it. Georgie on the other side. That'd be Rizzo slamming the bleachers. Not on purpose, but sure as hell sounded like it. Here's a break. Can Larissa break it up? Brewer gets this. She does the Gretzky curl. One on a lot, and it's taken out after Riz gets the skates on it. Riz jumps off for a change. Kirsten goes up the side. Gets through. Doesn't get enough of a piece of her to call the interference. We are down to 1 minute left in the game. This is Izzy. She tries to center. It goes to Larissa. Larissa dumps it behind the net. Kirsten will go there. Lily is with her. It goes to Izzy. Izzy goes back around. Lily on the near side. She's going to try to center it. She finds someone in front. It's Kirsty. Izzy on the doorstep. Can she get it off? She can't. 40 seconds left. The Phantoms bunted out. Here's going to be a chance for 25. She comes through the line. She wrists one. Ariellis makes the save. No whistle. The time is still ticking. And eventually, the players who were waiting for the whistle, instead they lost attention for both teams, and Ariellis just wisely held on to the puck. But they assumed that there was going to be a whistle, and everybody stopped playing. 2-2. 26.7 seconds left in the game. Coach is trying to take a timeout, and they're not letting him. This is interesting. Why won't they let him take a timeout? If you're trying to take a timeout during a stoppage, you're allowed to take a timeout. How is he not letting him take a timeout? I'm dubious as to what's going on. As long as the puck hasn't been dropped, you could take the timeout. Timeout now granted. In fact, it ended up taking longer. But listen, better to be right than wrong, especially at that juncture of the game. And maybe he knows something that we don't, and the refs will discuss it just out of picture. So here's the setting. The Phantoms scored the first 2 goals of the game in the first period. Then they had an issue where just 5 of their players had mouthpieces. And the referees took issue with it. The Phantoms had to use their timeout, and still their players didn't get back to the bench quickly enough. And thus, a bench minor was assessed to them. On the power play, Rizzo scored the goal to have the deficit, and Lily Rose Smith was on the assist, at least I believe. I'm giving her credit for her first point as a Rocket. In the second period, it held scoreless. And in the third, Izzy Camarada, who's been an absolute dervish for the team with white jerseys, on about her 50th scoring chance of the game, was able to put one past the netminder to make it 2-2. The shots are 28-19 in favor of Lehigh Valley, and there's 26.7 seconds left. Face off to Ari Ellis's left. Peyton will take it. She will win it to the corner. Larissa will get it and try to go directly up. She was looking for Izzy on a break. It's sent back in. 20 seconds, 17. It's sent up to the left point. They try to go between the points. Still fought for at the left point. Eventually they get it out. There's Izzy. She's got a 2-on-1 with Georgie. If she could find her. Izzy looking. Centers to Georgie. 1 second. Shot. Oh, it doesn't come off fast enough, and we ended in what I believe is a 2-2 tie, unless they play some kind of overtime. So it looks like 5-on-5. Peyton, Izzy, Rizzo will be united for this one. Amanda and Larissa on D. Lift off in the overtime. Riz nearly picked it off. She would have walked in. It's a 5-minute overtime. Amanda gets it, sends it in off the top of the glass. Riz will pursue. She's got numbers with her if she could steal that puck. A curl and a turn and a reversal, and more Rockets there. Centered in front. Oh, it didn't quite get to Izzy. Izzy gets that one. Izzy shoveling it. It's loose in front, and it's covered up just before the Rockets could get a hard stick shot on it. Izzy had that one past the end line. Okay, apparently it's a 3-minute overtime because they started out with 5 and now there's 2:30 left. So I'm going with a 3-minute overtime, 5-on-5. And there's the face-off. Phantoms will win it and break out. They'll bunt it to the far side, 87 against Larissa. And if your money was on Larissa, you won. Sent in offside, 5-on-5 for the overtime with 2:18 left. The shots on goal now 28-20, which would mean the Rockets got, I think, 2 so far in this overtime. Next, goal wins. That, I feel pretty confident. Larissa gets it off the faceoff, comes near side to Tootie. They were a defense pair for most of last season at the U16 level. Both still eligible at 16, playing at 19. Battled for on the near boards as we tick below 2 minutes. Tootie gets it. Tootie powering toward the net like a power forward, although she's playing defense this game. She's got coverage at the point because Kirsten's up there. Georgie battling for it behind the net. Georgie's going to pick this one off. Georgie pushed down from behind. They'll play on. Larissa at the right point. Wrist shot goes through traffic in front. Off the save. Centered. And now goes low. Now the Phantoms will break out. They'll get it up and out. Larissa will get it. Has to wait for her team to get onside. She does. It comes in. Georgie knocks that one back into the zone. 83 seconds left in overtime, 2-2. Phantoms will dump it in and change behind the play. At least 4 of them will. It's 5-on-5 in a 3-minute overtime. Rockets have come back from a 2-0 deficit. Can they complete it? Riz gets behind 1. Riz to Peyton. Peyton wrist shot, a kick save and a beauty. Goes to the corner. Izzy behind to Riz. Riz looking to center. Riz curl centers it. Goalie knocks it back to Riz. Behind the net, 17 moves it. Under a minute left, now 50 seconds. Can they get it over to Riz? Looking for Izzy. Phantoms break, they send it forward. Amanda is going to win the foot race here. Banks it up and safely out. Who's going to get to it first? Izzy and Riz pursuing with 35 seconds left. Here's Amanda, loses it. In front, pushed aside by Peyton. Opposite side, Izzy's open, looking for the breakout. Top of the slot, bunted forward, wrist shot in close. Brewer tries to get at it. It never gets to the net. Amanda gets it. Pushes it up the far boards. It's out of the zone with 13 seconds. Time to pursue hard. Riz gets it. Can she get the breakaway with 10 seconds? Gets to a traffic 6. Sends it at the net. It goes behind the end line. Time for the blitz. If somebody should just get in front. 3, 2, 1. That will do it for the overtime. Now, is it a shootout or is the game over? I'm saying it's over because everybody's entering the ice. So the Rockets get, looks like all 4 shots in the 5-on-5 3-minute overtime. It ends in a 2-2 draw, well earned for both teams. And boy, both goalies were absolutely spectacular. I mean, this is one of those games that this game easily could have been 5-5. Forget about the number on the board of shots. The scoring chances were quite good quite often, and the goalies were up to the task. Arielis yielded twice in the first, but then backstopped the Rockets to their comeback. Luisa with a power play goal in the first to have the deficit. And in the third period, after a scoreless second, Izzy Camarada, after a horde of wonderful scoring chances. First she knocked on the door, then she banged on the door, and then finally she kicked it in to tie the game, and that's how we ended 2-2. We thank you for watching New Jersey Rockets hockey. As always, you can find it right here on my YouTube channel, and if you haven't hit subscribe yet, we ask you to do that. Hit the alerts button, and then you'll know whenever it is on. There's Izzy. We don't like to give out players of the game. Everybody played extremely hard. You could easily give it to her. Arielis. Luisa was very good. Lily Rose Smith with her first career point as a Rocket with an assist on the opening power play goal. And pretty much everybody was started A. So that will do it from Bridgewater Sports Arena in Bridgewater, New Jersey. This is Joe Rizzo. The Rockets and the Lehigh Valley Phantoms end it in a 2-2 tie. Thanks for watching Rockets Hockey.